各位记者朋友，大家
Good afternoon. Welcome to today's press conference. Now the floor is open.
谢发言人，北京日报记者提问：昨天第8届中国国
Beijing Daily. Yesterday, the 8th CIIE concluded, and this year's CIIE showcased many new products. For example, AI hearing aid, autonomous EVs, and Peruvian blueberries and other products made their debut at the event. Many exhibitors said that the CIIE not only bridges economic and trade exchanges, but also say that China shares opportunities with other countries. What's your comment? We're pleased to see that in the past 8 consecutive years since the launch of the CIIE, openness, cooperation, mutual benefit, and win-win has become the shared image of CIIE. This year, 290 Fortune 500 companies and industry leaders from 155 countries, regions, and international organizations participated in the event. The number of exhibitors have grown by more than 600 compared with last year, and the total space and participation hit a record high. Among them, 170 overseas enterprises and 27 institutions have participated in every edition of the CIIE in the past several years. A total of 461 new products, technologies, and services were introduced by global enterprises, including over 200 global debut. The value of intended deals reached $83.4 billion. The Chinese market is becoming a pioneer platform for global open cooperation and technological innovation. The CIIE serves as a bridge connecting the Chinese economy and the rest of the world. Its speed and innovation have brought opportunities to the world, helping more countries to benefit from the CIIE. As Premier Li Qiang said in his speech at the opening ceremony this year, the CIIE is gaining greater welcome and support from companies from different countries because it benefits the world. Since ancient times, the Chinese people know that alone we go faster, together we go further. Openness and inclusiveness is always the defining culture of the Chinese nation. Facing the increasing instability and uncertainty in the current international economic and trade landscape, China embraces free trade, commits to mutually beneficial cooperation, and devotes itself to promoting world development through China's opportunity. Recently, the 4th plenary session of the 20th CPC Central Committee called for efforts of promoting high-standard opening up and creating new horizons for mutually beneficial cooperation. Data show that China remains the world's largest trading partner nation in goods for 8 consecutive years, recording growth for 9 straight months this year. This proves the strong resilience of the Chinese economy and the confidence and determination in openness and cooperation. Together with the world, China creates global opportunities, brings openness to the world, and shares development outcomes with the rest of the world. We will continue to promote win-win in the world through openness and cooperation and write more remarkable stories of sharing benefits with the rest of the world. Next one, please.
谢谢。深圳卫视直新闻记者提问：近期菲律宾受到
Shenzhen TV, several typhoons have hit the Philippines recently, causing huge casualties and loss of property. We noted the Chinese embassy in the Philippines released information saying China has provided assistance to the Philippines. Can you provide more details? China noted the huge casualties and loss of property in many places in the Philippines due to the recent typhoons. We mourn for the lives lost and extend sympathies to the families whose loved ones died or went missing in the typhoons. Our hearts go out to those affected by the disaster. Out of a humanitarian spirit and friendly sentiments to the Philippine people, China has provided assistance in cash and emergency supplies to the Philippines, and some Chinese provinces are also extending a helping hand through channels between sister provinces. We wish those affected will recover from disaster and rebuild their homes at an early date. Next one, please.
Question from Bloomberg. The
彭博社，欧盟委员会正在研究如何强制欧盟成员国逐步将华为和中兴从其电信网络中剔除。外交部对此有何评论？
中国企业
Chinese companies have long been operating in Europe in accordance with laws and regulations, providing high-quality products and services for European people and contributing to local socio-economic development and job creation. Without legal basis and factual evidence, forcefully imposing administrative restrictions or even kicking companies out of the market seriously violates the principle of the market and the rule of fair competition. Facts prove that certain countries forcefully phasing out the high-quality and safe-secure equipments produced by Chinese telecommunication companies only slow down their own technological advancement, but also results in huge economic loss. Turning economic and trade issues into security and political ones only stifle technological advancement and economic development and benefits no one. We urge the EU to provide a fair, transparent, and non-discriminatory business environment for Chinese companies and refrain from thwarting the confidence of companies in investing in Europe. Next one, please.
您好，新华社记者提问。我们注意到11月10日晚，印度
Xinhua News Agency, on the night of November 10th, a car exploded in India's capital New Delhi, killing and wounding many. India is investigating the incident. Does China have any comment? Are there Chinese casualties in the incident? China noted reports about the explosion in New Delhi. As we have learned, there are no Chinese casualties so far. We are shocked by the incident. We mourn for the lives lost, extend sincere sympathies to the bereaved families and the injured, and wish the injured a speedy recovery. Next one, please.
谢谢。日本朝日电视台日本
TV Asahi, renowned Japanese actor Mr. Tatsuya Nakadai passed away recently. He once played the role of the father of the protagonist Lu Yixing in the Sino-Japanese co-production TV drama Daiichi Noko. What comments does the Chinese side have on the passing of Mr. Nakadai?
重代达史先生
Mr. Tatsuya Nakadai starred in the TV series cooperated by China and Japan, which is called Daiichi Noko, or Sound of the Good Earth. It talks about the life of a Japanese war orphan following the victory of the Chinese People's War of Resistance against Japanese aggression. We express condolences over the passing of Mr. Tatsuya, and our hearts go out to his families. Next one, please.
谢谢发言人。总台央视记者提问。
CCTV, it's reported that the U.S. refused to attend its fourth cycle Universal Periodic Review, or UPR, which was to be held recently at the United Nations Human Rights Council, making it impossible for the process to proceed as planned. Last week, the UNHRC adopted a decision by consensus expressing regret over the refusal, was China's comment. The Universal Periodic Review is an important mechanism created through the UN General Assembly by a resolution to strengthen human rights exchange and cooperation. UN member states should constructively participate in the review, make clear their human rights conditions, and be open to other parties' constructive suggestions. The U.S., on the one hand, issues so-called annual human rights report with irresponsible comments on other countries' human rights conditions, yet on the other refuses to fulfill its obligations to work with the UN human rights agencies. This typical move of double standard fully shows the U.S. does not truly care about human rights and takes a selective approach on UN mechanisms. China urges the U.S. to resume its cooperation with the mechanism of the UPR as soon as possible, accept all parties' review, and actively address its own human rights violations. As we implement the global governance initiative put forward by President Xi Jinping, China stands ready to work with the international community to practice multilateralism, put people front and center, and keep the international human rights cause on a sound track. Next one, please.
The Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum
墨西哥总统辛鲍姆对中国进口商品征收高额关税的计划已被推迟至至少12月，原因是来自墨西哥私营部门以及执政党成员有一些反对情绪。外交部对于墨西哥总统推迟征收关税有何评论？
作为原则，
Let me say more broadly that China upholds a universally beneficial and inclusive economic globalization and opposes unilateralism, protectionism, and discriminatory and exclusive measures in any form. China firmly opposes moves taken under coercion to impose restrictions on China or hurt China's legitimate rights and interests under whatever pretext. We will firmly defend our rights and interests in light of the developments of the situation. China and Mexico are both important members of the Global South, and our trade and economic cooperation is mutually beneficial in nature. China attaches high importance to its relations with Mexico. Against the current backdrop of certain countries' tariff levies on other countries, it's all the more important for China and Mexico to step up communication and coordination, jointly uphold free trade and multilateralism, and promote global economic recovery and global trade development.
下一个。
Next one, please.
大家还有其他问题吗？
Anything else?
好，那今天的。
Then let's call it a day. Thank you for coming.